Sophie Ellis-Bextor. Sophie Michelle Ellis-Bextor, born 10 April 1979, is an English singer and songwriter. She first came to prominence in the late 1990s as the lead singer of the indie rock band Theaudience. After the group disbanded, Ellis-Bextor went solo, achieving success in the early 2000s. Her music is a mixture of mainstream pop, disco, new disco, and 1980s electronic influences. Her solo debut album, Read My Lips, was released in 2001. The album reached number 2 in the UK Albums Chart and was certified double platinum by the British Phonographic Industry (BPI). The record experienced international success, selling more than 2 million copies worldwide. It produced 4 singles, 3 of which reached the top 3 in the UK. In 2003, Read My Lips won the Edison Award for Best Dance Album. Ellis-Bextor's second album, Shoot from the Hip, was released in 2003. The album reached number 19 in the UK and produced 2 top 10 singles. Trip the Like Fantastic, her third album, was released in 2007 and reached number 7 in the UK. The album produced 3 singles, one of which reached the top 10 in the UK. Her fourth studio album, Make a Scene, released in 2011, and its third single, Bittersweet, achieved top 40 positions in the UK. In 2014, Ellis-Bextor released her fifth studio album, Wanderlust, which became her highest charting album since Read My Lips. Her sixth album, the Latin-inspired Familia, earned critical acclaim in 2016. Early life. Ellis-Bextor was born in London to Janet Ellis, who was a presenter on BBC children's television programs Blue Peter and Jigsaw, and Robin Bextor, a film producer and director. They separated when she was 4. As a child, Ellis-Bextor occasionally appeared on Blue Peter alongside her mother, who presented the program. She attended St. Stephen's School and later the independent Godolphin and Lefheimer School in Hammersmith. Among her earliest public performances were with the Wellivan Opera Children's Opera from the age of 13, and she is now a patron of the organization. Ellis-Bextor has said, "I didn't see myself as a good-looking girl, and that was good because I didn't rely on it. I've now found lots of like-minded weirdos, so it's okay." Career, 1996–99, Theaudience. Ellis-Bextor began her professional musical career in 1996, singing lead vocals in indie band Theaudience. The band released 4 singles, including the UK Top 40 hits I Know Enough I Don't Get Enough, and A Pessimist Is Never Disappointed, and one self-titled album, Theaudience 1999. Videos for the band's singles were directed by her father, Robin Bextor. While in Theaudience, readers of Melody Maker voted Ellis-Bextor number 1 in a poll of most sexy people in rock. The band split in 1999 after demos for a planned second album were rejected by their label Mercury Records, who then dropped the band. Ellis-Bextor recorded a duet with Manic Street Preachers' Black Holes for the Young as a B-side for their 1998 single The Everlasting, and in 1999 made an appearance on the Departure Lounge album Out of Here. 2002–2003, Read My Lips. After Theaudience split, Ellis-Bextor collaborated with Italian DJ Spiller in 2000, adding vocals to his track Groovejet, If This Ain't Love. It entered the UK charts at number 1, just beating former Spice Girl Victoria Beckham on her first solo track. Groovejet won several awards: No. 1, Pop Top 20, number 1, Iller, number 1, Radio 1, No. 8, Top Dance Track of 2000 and Single of the Year in Melody Maker. In the Metro newspaper, it received 9th place in the contest for the greatest No. 1 of all time. In 2000, it was a finalist in the Record of the Year. In that same year, it won the awards for Best Single and Best Ibiza Tune at the Ericsson Music Awards. In 2001, Ellis-Bextor released her debut album, Read My Lips. It reached #2 on the UK charts and spawned 4 top 20 hit singles. Her rework of Cher's Take Me Home reached #2, as did Murder on the Dance Floor, which became Ellis-Bextor's biggest single and was on charts for 23 weeks. Murder on the Dance Floor became Europe's most played song of 2002. In 2002, Read My Lips was re-released with 2 new songs and a live version of Groovejet, and Ellis-Bextor won the Recording Artist Award at that year's Showbusiness Awards. Her third single, Get Over You/Move This Mountain, was released in June 2002 and reached #3. The fourth single, Music Gets the Best of Me, rose to #14 in December. At the beginning of 2002, Ellis-Bextor was nominated for the British Female Solo Artist Brit Award, going on to be nominated for a further 2 consecutive years. 2003-2006, Shoot from the Hip. Her second album, Shoot from the Hip, was released in October 2003 and yielded 2 further top 10 singles, Mixed Up World and I Won't Change You. The album reached #19 on the UK charts and was certified silver by the BPI for shipments of 60,000. Ellis-Bextor described the album as more emotionally direct and a little more left of center at times than Read My Lips. It has more of a live feel. It's still a pop album with elements of disco, indie, and rock. She opted to step back from promotion of the album after becoming pregnant. In 2005, Ellis-Bextor was featured on the Busface single Circle's Just My Good Time under the alias Mademoiselle E.B. 2007-2008, Trip the Like Fantastic. Trip the Like Fantastic, Ellis-Bextor's third album, was released in May 2007 and reached #7 in the UK. The album produced 3 singles, Catch You #8 in the UK, Me and My Imagination #23, and Today the Sun's on Us #64. The song If I Can't Dance was announced as a single but later retracted. Ellis-Bextor supported George Michael on his UK tour leg in June 2007. Her own UK tour, the Trip the Like Fantastic Tour, was due to start in August 2007, but it was postponed after Ellis-Bextor was invited to be the special guest on Take That's Beautiful World Tour, which commenced in October 2007. Ellis-Bextor stated that her tour would be rescheduled for March 2008, with all tickets purchased being valid for the rescheduled concerts. The tour was never rescheduled, and Ellis-Bextor subsequently refused to discuss the issue in interviews. In October 2008, Ellis-Bextor sang at the Keep the Promise rally in Trafalgar Square to end child poverty. 2009-2011, Make a Scene. In June 2009, Ellis-Bextor was featured on the Freemasons' single Heartbreak Make Me a Dancer, which reached #13 in the UK. In July, she performed alongside girl groups The Saturdays and Girls Can't Catch at the iTunes Festival, held at the Roundhouse in London. A recording of her performance was released, Sophie Ellis-Bextor, iTunes Live in London, which was the singer's first extended play. Bittersweet, co-written by Freemasons and Hannah Robinson, the first single from Ellis-Bextor's fourth album, was released in May 2010 and reached 25 on the UK singles chart. Ellis-Bextor's collaboration with DJ Armin van Buuren, Not Giving Up on Love, was released as a single in August 2010 in Europe. Also in 2010, she was featured on the Junior Caldera single Can't Fight This Feeling. The singer's fourth album, Make a Scene, was released in June 2011 following a year-long delay, during which she left her label Universal Music Group to establish her own label, EBS. Ellis-Bextor said that her decision to leave Universal was spurred on by the departure of the head of Fascination Records, the sub-label to which she was signed following the release of Bittersweet. Ellis-Bextor described Make a Scene as very much a dance album, more so than any of my other albums. Ellis-Bextor said she was planning an album that's really different, but I think this album Make a Scene is a good way to bow out of the dance sound for now. I think it's finishing on a high. She supported Pet Shop Boys on the UK leg of their Pandemonium tour in July 2010. She worked with Calvin Harris, Richard X. Dimitri Tikovoy, Hannah Robinson, Metronomy, and Liam Howe from the Sneaker Pimps. Off and On preceded the release of the album in continental Europe and Russia, where the album was released by Universal Music Russia. In the UK, the single Starlight was released ahead of the album in May 2011. Ellis-Bextor supported synth-pop band Erasure on their Total Pop Forest tour of woodland locations in the UK in June 2011. She resumed touring internationally in 2011, playing venues such as Jakarta's Soul Nation Festival, as well as returning to Australia by performing in Sydney and Melbourne. Ellis-Bextor collaborated with French DJ Bob Sinclair on a track titled Fuck With You, released in November 2011, which was included on his album Disco Crash and was a huge club hit in continental Europe. Ellis-Bextor's collaboration with French DJ Mathieu Bouthier, Beautiful, was released in July 2012 in France. 2012-2014, Wanderlust and collaborations. In May 2011, she revealed that she had begun work on her fifth album. Beginning in 2012, Ellis-Bextor worked with British singer and producer Ed Harcourt on a more concept-driven record, and possibly having as few as 8 tracks. Her performance at a London charity gala in November 2012, including a new song, Young Blood. A demo of the song was released in March 2013 as a complimentary digital download from her website, as a thank you gift to her fans. Also in 2013, she performed outdoors at Old Republic Square in Almaty, Kazakhstan. Ellis-Bextor confirmed completion of the album in May and revealed its title, Wanderlust, and cover art in October. Young Blood was released as the lead single from Wanderlust in November 2013, peaking at number 3 on the UK Indie chart and at number 34 on the UK Singles chart. The album was released in January 2014 and peaked at number 4 on the UK Albums chart and at number 1 on the UK Independent Albums chart. Wanderlust also debuted inside the Scottish Top 10 Albums chart. Ellis-Bextor performed a headline sold-out show to support Wanderlust's release in January 2014 at Bush Hall. Ellis-Bextor then announced a 10-day UK tour, which finished in Glasgow in April 2014. Ellis-Bextor collaborated with Gina LG and Amir Fargan on the track Back to Paradise, which was released in June 2014. The single was the number 1 breakout in October 2014 on the US Billboard Dance/Club chart, later reaching number 25 on the Dance/Club chart. Ellis-Bextor then featured on the song Only Child, produced by electronic music project Dead Reckoning, which was released in September 2014. The track was remixed by Paul Oakenfold, Roddy Raynaert, and Pearson and Hurst. 2015-2019, Familia and the Song Diaries. In January 2015, Ellis-Bextor said that she had begun working on her 6th studio album, once again with Ed Harcourt. In January 2016, Ellis-Bextor posted an image on Instagram captioned "Last song written, next stop rehearsals, #album6 #wathahilshidikalit." She also posted a YouTube video of the making of the album. According to Ellis-Bextor, the album, titled Familia, was inspired by a recent visit to North America, particularly Mexico. Familia is the Spanish word for family, a tattoo Ellis-Bextor wears in her arm since her first child's birth, and Ellis-Bextor described the album's sound as closer to that of her earlier albums. She explained that she wanted something with a Spanish or Italian feel, and that it continued some stories from Wanderlust. Familia was released in September 2016 and reached number 12 on the UK Albums chart. It spawned 4 singles, but none of them made it into any major chart. After taking time off for the birth of her child in late 2015, she resumed touring in 2017, mostly at small venues in the UK. In November 2017, in February 2018, she announced the album's title, The Song Diaries, and pointed out that it would consist of re-recorded tracks spanning her career from Theaudience to Familia's Wild Forever, plus a new track. The album's artwork was drawn by David Downtown. The song Diary's first single, Love Is You, a disco track originally performed by Carol Williams, which is sampled on her early hit Groovajet, was released in August 2018. The song Diaries was released in March 2019 and peaked at number 14 in the UK. 2020 onwards, songs from The Kitchen Disco, Spinning Plates podcast, and The Masked Singer. In 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown in the UK, Ellis-Bextor performed live weekly kitchen disco concerts featuring herself and her family, streamed live from their kitchen on Instagram. Starting 24 June 2020, Ellis-Bextor started a weekly podcast titled Spinning Plates with Sophie Ellis-Bextor, in which she interviews working mothers. Guests have included Fionn Cotton, Caitlin Moran, Mylene Klass, and Janet Ellis. On 16 July 2020, Ellis-Bextor announced the Greatest Hits album songs from the Kitchen Disco. The album was preceded by the release of a single, Crying at the Discote, a cover version of the Alcazar song which she had performed during her lockdown concerts in September 2020. She performed the single on The Graham Norton Show on New Year's Eve. In 2020, Ellis-Bextor competed in the second series of The Masked Singer as Alien. She was the first singer to be unmasked. In March 2022, Ellis-Bextor embarked on her Songs from the Kitchen Disco tour of the UK. Other projects. In 2001, Ellis-Bextor auditioned for the 2001 film Moulin Rouge for the character. In 2007, Ellis-Bextor appeared at Christmas in the Robbie the Reindeer episode, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Ellis-Bextor was depicted as a female alien at the closure of the story, singing the song Supersonic, the last track on her third solo studio album Trip the Light Fantastic. In November of that year, she also launched the Empower Greener Schools program, which aims to give schools in the UK a green makeover by providing free energy audits implementing tailor-made energy efficiency measures to reduce their carbon footprint, and educating children on how to be greener. She also launched Capital Radio's Capital 95.8 Lights Out. In 2008, she featured in the short musical film The Town That Bores Me by photographer Ben Charles Edwards. The film also featured Jodie Harsh, Kelly Osbourne, and Zandra Rhodes. The film was produced by Glass Loves and Shoot to Kill Productions and was set to debut at the Portobello Film Festival. The same year, she fronted a campaign for the Children's Society encouraging people to log onto the Hundreds and Thousands of Childhood Memories website to donate their favorite childhood memory. In May 2008, Ellis-Bextor was hired by cosmetics brand Rimmel as one of their new faces. A song by Ellis-Bextor, Sophia Loren, was featured in one of the Rimmel London television adverts for the line Sexy Curves. Ellis-Bextor appeared as an advocate for Verdi on BBC World News classical music program Visionaries. In September 2014, the Pretty Polly hosiery company announced that she was their latest face and legs and would be designing and modeling for them. Ellis-Bextor was a contestant in the 11th series of the televised dance competition Strictly Come Dancing in late 2013. She was partnered with Brendan Cole and reached the final, placing fourth. In March 2019, Ellis-Bextor appeared as an extra in Game of Thrones, Season 8, Episode 3, The Long Night. In July 2020, she started a podcast called Spinning Plates, which focuses on mothers and their careers. It was announced in October 2021 that Ellis-Bextor will make an appearance in the Australian soap opera Neighbours in 2022, as it airs a storyline in London. On the morning of 16 November 2021, Ellis-Bextor embarked on a 24-hour kitchen disco dance-a-thon in aid of children in need. She raised over £1 million for the cause. Personal life. Ellis-Bextor married the feeling bassist Richard Jones in 2005. Jones has said, "Something kind of smacked us in the face. The chemistry was incredible. It was like nothing I've ever experienced, and their first baby was born 2 months early, only 8 months after they started going out together." She suffered from preeclampsia, the onset of high blood pressure, during her first two pregnancies, resulting in both deliveries being premature. Ellis-Bextor is an ambassador for Born, a medical research charity looking into the causes of premature birth. They have 5 sons. Political activity. In the 2019 EU elections, Ellis-Bextor endorsed the Independent Group for Change. Her father, Robin Bextor, was a candidate for the South East region. He obtained 105,832 votes but failed to have his deposit returned as he did not obtain at least 5% of the vote. Awards and nominations. Current band members: Phil Wilkinson drums, Richard Jones bass, Kieran Jeremiah keyboards, Seton Daunt guitar, Vita Langley backing vocals, violin. Discography. Studio albums: Read My Lips 2001, Shoot from the Hip 2003, Trip the Light Fantastic 2007, Make a Scene 2011, Wanderlust 2014, Familia 2016 compilations, and Greatest Hits, The Song Diaries 2019, Songs from the Kitchen Disco 2020. Books. Ellis-Bextor, Sophie 7 October 2021. Spinning Plates, Thoughts on Men, Music and Motherhood. Hodder and Stoughton. ISBN 9781529382693. Tours. Read My Lips Tour 2002-3, Straight to the Heart Tour 2009-10, Wanderlust Tour 2014, Familia Tour 2017, The Song Diaries Tour 2019, Kitchen Disco Tour 2022, Opening Act 25 Live for George Michael 2006, Beautiful World Tour for Take That 2007, Pandemonium Tour for Pet Shop Boys 2010, Total Pop, Forest Tour for Erasure 2011, Summer 2019 for Kylie Minogue 2019, What the Future Holds Tour for Steps 2021,